Welcome to the workface. I made a purchase on AliExpress. This is what came. This is a Trimui Smart Pro. What was it like? Was my first purchase worth getting? Well, first of all, it was packaged up beautifully, and here was the unit. Oh, here is the unit. Hopefully you can see I put a screen protector on. It got on pretty good. Just mucked up the bottom corner slightly, but that's a glass screen protector, and the unit itself, and a case, and delivery, and tax, and the whole lot cost me about 60 quid. It took about 3 weeks to get here. Is it any good? Well, let me start to show you on here, the screen, and then we'll turn it around a bit and show you a bit of actual game footage. So, just booting up now. How good is that? So right out of the box, it's come loaded with many ROMs and stuff. Let me show you now. Let's flip the camera around. Let me take you through the unit first of all. Not easy for me to do, you've got a camera in the way, but basically you've got a micro USB down, you've got a function switch down there. You've got USB-C for charging, micro USB card in there that comes loaded with all the software and stuff you need and the ROMs you need. That's a audio jack, power button on the top. You've got 4 buttons here. So you've got your R1, your R2. They're both pretty good. You've got really nice little joysticks here which change based upon the games and the emulators you run. Little D-pad there and your buttons there. So all very good. Now if I now show you what this is like, you've effectively got all of these different, and I hope you can see this well, all these different emulators here. So you've got, if I go through, you've got arcade, it says 127 games. So you've got Atari. The Atari ones haven't been running that brilliantly. You've got Fatcom, which is NES to me. You've got Game Gear, Game & Watch, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, MAME, which is your arcade, your Mega Drive, your Master System, your N64, your Nintendo DS. You've got a Neo Geo, that's a Neo Geo Pocket. PCE, might be PC Engine, don't know. Doesn't look like much of a PC Engine, that's 414 games there. PGM, you've got Pico 2, there's your PSP, there's your PS1, there's your Super Fatcom, which is Super Nintendo. So all manner of things. You've also got a lot of multi-cartridges here which contain many games as well, and then you can go on to your recent games, and also you can lock games on as being your favourite. So let me show you a few games right away, the sort of games that I would love to play. So let me just show you, for example, Smash Tennis on the, this is on the SNES, so I can now click on a button here, I can load my state, and we're straight in. And this is the beauty of this, so I can just go straight into this. You have to excuse my reflections and that in the screen, but this is what it looks like, and as hopefully you can see, it looks really good. The sound quality is not bad. The speaker isn't brilliant, I will admit. They've got this lovely little sort of these little borders down the side which you'll see on different games. This is just playing out a couple of these matches at the moment, which are other games, computer games, AI opponents, but this is kind of nice touch for all the different consoles, and I think they dress it up really nicely. It does have a kind of rumble pack in the back, which I think is just a single rumbler in the back of the device, but this isn't an OLED screen, but hopefully you can see there that the viewing angles are really good. The refresh rate is good. It looks great, doesn't it? So let me just now nip on, so I can press that button there, exit the game. It takes a second to come out of the game. Let's go into some favourite games that people might want. So here we go. We're going to have a look at Soul Calibur in a moment. We'll have a look at Porsche Challenge. No, we won't. We'll have a look at Mario Kart. This is Mario Kart on the N64. So of course a lot of people are saying that it doesn't run Mario Kart games. So again, I'll go onto there. I will load my state. There it is. I finished second. You can hopefully see there that it just looks great, and it does play very well. There's no notable pop-up on here. Graphics are great, smooth, controls work really well, the joystick works good. So that is Mario Kart 64. I'm not going to go in and show you the races, but trust me on this. I had a race on that, absolutely fantastic. Oh, here we go. I'll show you the start. Let's show you the start. If I remember which button's which. So, of course, the trouble you do have is, and this one does rely on the joystick, and I can use the shoulders to get loads of drifting on here, like the original N64. And then I can fire off all my banana skins there. So this is, hopefully you can see in the distance, there's no pop-up. The sound quality, like I say, is not amazing out of the speaker, but you can put your headphone jack in, and with that, the sound quality is amazing, absolutely first class. So that is Mario Kart, but I've looked at V-Rally, it runs really quickly, really smooth, but not every game runs perfectly for all the consoles, but this one does. So that's a big hit there. Let's go on to another game. So we'll just exit that. I don't need to save that because I've only been playing it for a split second. Let me show you some other games on here. So if we look at, for example, Soul Calibur, folks. Yeah. So if I load that, have I got any loads? I haven't got any loads on that. So let's just come out. Soul Calibur. Can you believe this on Dreamcast? I'll just let it show you the intro really, because that will tell you the quality. And on this game, it runs absolutely bob on. So let's go straight in. It's going as Killick against Maxi. Some of you remember this. This is as modern as a lot of people want from retro games, really. It will play PSP as well, pretty well. But I think you'll agree that this console can knock these games out of the ring. Let's see if I can get a event yet. Come on, get a win yet. Just knock Maxi out. There you go, folks. So you can see that game runs an absolute peach. That's the Dreamcast game. You're going to be amazed at some of these games I'm going to show you now. So let's have a look at this. So Super Spike, of course, is a NES game. Galaxy 2 Game & Watch. What on earth is this? You think? Hello. That's Astro Wars to me and you. That is Astro Wars. You can see I'm pressing the buttons and it's affecting this. There we go. So this is like playing Astro Wars back in the day. Can you see this? My brother had Galaxy Invader. My mate had Astro Wars. I used to play it and think it was the best thing you could ever see in your life, you know. But this is Astro Wars, and it's like, so you've even got these really obscure retro games like this. How great is that? Let's go on to another game. That's good though, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at another game. I've been playing lots of Pro Evolution Soccer. I mean, I love Pro Evolution Soccer. It's one of my favourites. Let's go to Gauntlet. Press button. Welcome Red Warrior. This is a NES version of Gauntlet, of course. Anyone who, well, a bit of treasure there. Key. Let's go in there. Anyone who loves these retro games, and this one here, like, I can use the D-pad. It's giving me a pink rings around the joysticks at the moment, and then you've got this lovely little NES thing on the side, which I really like. Warrior might need food badly in a minute, we shall see. But there you go, that's Gauntlet. Isn't this great? Yeah, let's play this for hours. Okay, on we go again. So again, I can exit pretty quickly. If I look at something like ISS Deluxe, I mean, wow, this game is like, for me, I played this so much. Again, so this game now, look, has got the Konami image and it's got the SNES coming through the side. It's fantastic. Configuration of some of the emulators aren't quite what you want them to do, but you can reconfigure the buttons on the games, save the state, and you've got all of that ready to go. So that's all there. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Let's exit that. Let's show you now something on the... So we can go back across the top, and then I can come in through these here. Let's show you a good old game. Oh, I'll tell you what is really nice is the Neo Geo Pocket. Looks really great as well. But if I just try and find that, let's just see if we can find a Game Boy game. Let's just have a look at an old Game Boy game. Battletoads and Double Dragon. Wow. Wario Bast. Let's just see if I can pick one up. Here we go. Contra the Alien Wars. This is, of course, on the Game Boy, and you've got this lovely kind of Game Boy coloured screen there, that green kind of tones there, that is on the Game Boy, you know, from the original Game Boy itself. I mean, a bit of Contra. Who doesn't like Contra? I used to have this on the NES when it was called Super Probotector. So similar kind of game. As you can see, it's nails. God, come on, get that guy over there. This, again, absolutely as you'd expect for Contra, you're going to get smashed every 2 minutes. And people say, what on earth is this game? Is it a load of Otosh? Is it great? There we go. There we go. I know you're looking at me, calling me, are you a retro gamer, Steve? What are you on about? So that's that one. Please stay with me here, folks. There's a bit you can't say live. You know, what do you want me to show you? Let's go back to my favourites here. So again, let me show you. I think it's worth showing you. Porsche Challenge. Now, have I saved a state? No state saved there. So I think I only just started my command. This was, to me, was a really great game on the PlayStation 1. One of the first it was a really nice racing game, and had that kind of, it was limited in terms of what you could do, but it always had that kind of come back and have another game appeal to it. So I'll just show you this. Now the other thing, of course, is this console comes loaded with loads and loads of games. You can obviously load your own as well. This comes with 128 gigabyte micro SD card, which I've ordered another one for 12 quid off Amazon, so I'm going to put that one in, get rid of this one. There we go, that's the view on. Let's put the accelerator down, that'll help. So I'm not going to do very well on this lap, but you can see this plays, and the level of pop-up is exactly the same as it was back in the day on the PlayStation. So it's not, you don't lose anything in the graphical quality here compared to the PlayStation. There's no slowdown. It plays, and I've got the PS Classic at the moment as well as another micro console. It's got through there, and it plays exactly the same. Let's have a look and see, can I use the joypad? No. So this game is D-pad only, which is what the PlayStation, I think, originally was for this game. 9 seconds. Come on, catch the blue guy. After a horrendous start. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're after him, folks. So there you go. This is the Trimui Smart Pro. They always reckon it comes with a USB-C cable, and they reckon to charge them gently, all these sort of retro consoles. So you can just put that in one of your ports if you've got like a 5-watt port in the wall, and it will fill up pretty quickly. They reckon 5 to 6 hours it will go for. I haven't tested it yet. I've been playing it a fair bit actually. D-pad's pretty good. The controls, all the buttons are not noisy. So if you've got a partner and you want to play quietly, you can kind of play quietly. Because I know some of the retro consoles have been moaning about the rattly nature of the buttons, but you don't get any of that with this. It's really nice and smooth. The D-pad isn't as comfortable perhaps as a SNES D-pad, but it's not bad. There we go. Thanks for just getting me across the line there, boss, you know. Hopefully you can see there. Pretty good. I'm not going to get around here, my folks. It's just great, you know. The only trouble is with these consoles, there's so many games, you kind of lose that keep on going appeal with it because they're so throwaway. So that's that one. I'm going to show you one last game and then we'll wrap it up. Let's get out of here, exit game. Show you one last game to wrap it up. And I want to go, and you've also got search function. So let me just do that. If I go press on there, I can search. So if I just say Invader, I found a really nice, whoop, let me type Invader properly this time rather than Invader. Across here, and I want to go on the Atari. This one here is what I want to go. Now, my old pal, and you can see the images on a lot of these here, and some you can't. But my old mate used to have when we were kids, used to have a version of Space Invader. In fact, he used to have Asteroids as well. But it wasn't quite what, you know, it wasn't your Tato Space Invaders in the arcade. It was something, look at Berserk there, look. It was something similar, called something a little bit different. At the time I remember thinking, oh, this isn't as good. I'm just going to slow down a little bit now because I think I'm getting in the right ballpark. I think it starts with a G on this one. Chopper Command, oh wow, spent a bit of time playing that, I'll tell you that. Condor, I think that's a version of Phoenix. Oh, there's one on here which I do want to show you. I think this starts with a G. Gorf, I don't know if you remember Gorf. Galaxian, it wasn't Galaxian. Let's show you Galaxian. Let's have a look at Galaxian then. Thanks for sticking around here, folks. Not a bad version of Galaxian. I don't know if you guys noticed that all the versions of Galaxian you get on any emulator don't allow you to swerve the bullets like you could in the arcade back in the day. That's really great to me. But this isn't meant to be the authentic Galaxian. This is a version of the Atari Galaxian, which we all know Atari back in the day would do a pretty good job of replicating the arcade games, but they weren't quite identical to what you used to get. There's one game on here now, so I'm just going to exit the game. I just want to see what this game's called, so I'm going to do a search. Let's go back out. Let's go there. Let's go search, and we're going to go Communist Mutants from Space. From Space, here we go. Communist Mutants from Space. So here we go, folks. This is a game for back in the day. Communist Mutants from Space. I haven't played this yet. As you can see. Right, that doesn't work because it's got 4 players on and I've configured it to 1 controller. Luckily, player 1 and player 3 can work on here. So there you go, folks. If you need your fix of shooting any communist mutants, this is the console for you. So there you go. And then at the end of this, you can just hold that button down at the top. This is the full way to power it down. If I just hold that top button down, power off. Okay. There you go. Long ode video there, folks. Some funny games in there, loads to explore. Have had a quick game of Ghosts and Goblins, which was great. I know that there's the arcade version of Double Dragon on there as well. All sorts of games. You've even got games like Sprint, Frogger, various Pac-Man, all the Warios, Marios, Donkey Kongs. You've got the lot. So there you go. Trimui Smart Pro as on there. Cost me 60 odd quid. It's great. It's a little bit smaller than the PS Vita. Screen's good. Nice. Put a nice little screen protector on it. Nice little case. All for 60 big ones. It's got to be worth a look, folks. Catch you guys on the Retro Smetro flip side. Tell me what games you want me to play on it and I'll drop them on. I couldn't have said it better myself.